This is where I wanted to hop in, though, because I saw that this was a 2-0 lead in the series for Hive Gaming. FaZe waking up late, showing up late, not warmed up, and Hive taking advantage of it. 2-0. Able to win Game 3 was FaZe, but now we're hopping on board in Aquarius CTF. Bravin, does this surprise you this morning?
This does. I think we were all in the backstage watching this series as well on a second monitor and wondering what on earth is going on with our top teams in this tournament so far. And certainly a wake-up call, as you say, first series of the day for FaZe, for them to be down 2-0. They luckily dig deep there in that game number 3. Here in game number 4, they lead by 1 flag, but still quite a bit of work to do.
And as action gets underway, I beg to ask the question, if you're Optic Gaming or if you're FaZe going through 3-0, but going to a game 5 yesterday, the mentality, the emotions going to bed last night, maybe, hey, we got the job done today. But as a cap goes in to tie this one up, Andy, is it Optic Gaming almost in favor, waking up today a little bit ticked off, a little bit like, hey, aware of the danger that some of these top 12 teams can bring? Because obviously, Hive are here to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And it kind of brings back to what we talked about before the Optic series. I got a chance in Charlotte to sit down with Lunchbox for quite a while when we both got into town and asking him about it. Was a great sit down with Lunch. And we got to talk about Optic Gaming coming into that tournament. You might remember they lost a pretty big online event coming into Charlotte. And I asked him, what does that do for a squad like Optic? And he was saying it's probably the best thing that could have happened. And I think, Clutch, you make a great point about Optic falling short on Friday with an enormous wake-up call, right? Let's not forget their first pool play loss in a very long time. That, I think, bodes well for them. And you have to wonder, maybe FaZe needs to now find, in a very quick manner, the grip that they need on this day number 2.
Yeah, 2 different penalties as well. Optic still in the winner's bracket. If FaZe are to lose this, they will go into the elimination bracket, and that's when you have no room for mistakes for the rest of the weekend. 1-1 here, Aquarius CTF, game 4 right now, and from the looks of the stats, Precision giving FaZe everything he can. 12-2-5 to kick this one off, to keep his game tied in this one. His flag's getting pulled, however, as Neuronical tries to lay down some shots on multiple players, but all of the Dynamo side of the map is controlled by FaZe.
I've got to say, I am really kind of disappointed in terms of what we're seeing here from FaZe. I think, honestly, I've got to give the respect out to Hive here because they have come out to play regardless of what time in the morning it is. It's absolutely incredible stuff coming across the board from them. But if you're FaZe, you can actually maybe be able to get away with a mistake like this yesterday, but coming into championship bracket, this will not do.
Yeah, to your point earlier, a lot. To be honest, we were wondering just how spicy today will be based on day number 1. And honestly, I think day number 1 teed us up for a very spicy Saturday. That's what it's been indeed. FaZe definitely not expecting to be down 0-2 in this series earlier. They're going to be a little bit happier to have that game on the board. But as you can see, after just over 4 minutes of play in this game, this is not necessarily going to be an easy Aquarius CTF for them.
Plenty of time in a game 5, potentially in our future. The flag touch does come through for Huss, but unfortunately 3 go down for Hive, and with that, FaZe will be able to hop that return, keep this game at 1-1 for now. They look to be aggressive, and it's going to be on the back of Frosty pushing in the utility.
And to be honest there, you had to think moments ago that flag didn't wrap around bottom middle because of a misgrab, and they had to drop and slay. The dropping and slaying did not work for them, and that flag never wrapped around bottom middle. That led to that return, so we stay 1-1.
Turns out running the flag very important, crucial, actually at the highest level. Moments like that are going to be remembered by the members of Hive, but can they figure out a way to continue the momentum they built for themselves? Frosty going to shut down some momentum himself, going to build some momentum himself. A killing spree, 3 down for Hive. Last player spotted running up the stairs as the flag gets pulled out. This surely should be a cap for FaZe.
Yeah, unless Precision gets a hell of an angle there with the fridge spawners, this flag should continue on. No kills are coming in for either side, though. Renegade's the first to fall.
And ever since we called out Precision stats, honestly, only just 1, maybe 2 kills added to those stats. So he's starting to slow down. FaZe starting to heat up right now. Flag still on the move. And Frosty still on the killing spree, adds a couple more. But somehow, some way, it looks like Hive have gotten a return off screen. And because Frosty was out of position there, those 2 kills, they're great, but they don't mean anything if you're not able to get a cap. And Precision answers it back with a triple, going for the yo. But can't. Roll 2 shuts him down to keep this game tied 1-1. But what a defensive stand by Hive there.
What an interesting series of events and an interesting play call from FaZe as well, because Precision's your last player live on the flag, and we saw right on our screen fridge spawners, and I don't think FaZe had the aggression they needed there, because Precision stays alive on the flag, and he presumably gets some type of angle that lets his fridge spawners push up. And once they pushed up, they get the first kill on Renegade. Renegade should never be the first to die there.
It's an interesting decision by Frosty to try and catch the 3rd and 4th spawners out and let the first 2 go go by to compete against the flag. Those first two do way too much damage. They get the return themselves, and Frosty's kind of scratching his head. In a perfect world, Frosty's play works, and it keeps map control for FaZe. A little bit of greed, I would say, in that play, and with that greed, they find themselves on the brink of elimination from this winner's bracket. Still tied 1-1, but you got Precision, who's not only heating up, but he has a flag on the move.
Love the double back as well. The last thing they expected was a high gen double back for him to do additional damage into the courtyard. Now Perfect slides as well through the gen as he tries to bring this flag home.
Flag in the utility, a couple of kills going their way right now. It's a 3-3 split, but the flag gets through across the bridge, punched in, and Precision will give his team not only every bit of slays they need, but the lead here in Aquarius ETF in Game 4, up 2-1 against FaZe. This will be the biggest upset of any of these individuals' careers if they can pull this off.
Yeah, this is wild here. Potentially a series winning and upset grabbing cap here. However, they do find themselves 3 dead for just the moment, as that flag will be on the move as well for Frosty.
Yeah, here comes Renegade when you need him most for FaZe fans right now. 2 still down for Hive. The flag on the move right now, and Renegade able to give his team the round of slays that have allowed that flag to get back to their base. They punch this in, and FaZe do not fall behind for long. They tie this up 2-2.
And look at that, 3 dead for both sides. It was a Frosty Huss 1v1 for a moment, and Royal 2 spawns as well, so Royal 2 will help with that one, pushing out with Frosty, and a nice 2-man push there in bottom car as well. Will maintain that 2-man advantage. So FaZe right back in this here at 2-2 now with 4:23 left on the clock, and maybe a little bit of a extra pressure on them here without a doubt with that last flag. However, now a moment to breathe as they're netted up, 4:15 left.
A couple of kills in their favor as well. A couple of members in the Hive base. You have to think that this flag is going to get pulled here shortly. Unfortunately, Royal 2, one of those players does go down, and I believe actually both those players for FaZe fall short of being able to get that pull. So a great job by Hive to figure out a way to get those players that would potentially start that flag run down, taken out, and put on respawn. Right now, Frosty's still trying to hold map control for his team, get some damage, get some insight onto where a couple of players are. Car side of the map, he's able to get a kill, make it a double. Another killing spree for Frosty. He's starting to heat up.
3 dead as well. Does he get the pull? He gets the pull, and he stays alive. The question is also, where's the camo? The camo had been up, and with that killing spree, that should have been a FaZe camo grab as well.
Interested to see where that camo ends up, but right now that flag not on the move any longer as after Frosty gets taken down. Still down in the courtyard, however. Hive have not been able to hop the return. Renegade wants to try and make a play, but spots a player. Pink 1 takes him down immediately. That flag is going to be returned, though. So for FaZe, you got to get back into the Hive base if you want to take the lead here. 3 were currently down for Hive, as I say that, so they're coming off respawn. But that's a massive kill from Huss to deny some of the map control and to create some chaos in what would have been complete map control for FaZe.
So now it's pretty clear as well that camo must have been burned. It would have been a pretty interesting burn. It happened off screen, and it honestly should have been a clean FaZe grab based on the numbers that we have here. 2 dead, however, the run starts. Huss was your last player alive for just a second. However, he gets the flag to mid-map.
Behind enemy lines, it's a Ryan Noob-esque play. Huss gets the flag pull, creates some more chaos, but now, look at this. Huss spots his own flag being pulled, car 1. This is FaZe's opportunity to continue this flag run. Unfortunately, they lose 2 members in Neuronical. He's in your utility closet. Doesn't look like they know until Renegade spots him with the heat wave, and great shots from Neuronical will take down Renegade, and both flags will be reset.
Well, hero play there, like you said, from Neuronical. He flies high gen right away, once again behind enemy lines. That's been a theme without a doubt of this Hive gameplay, and we'll stay at 2-2, and now things get nervy. Let's not forget, it didn't feel like too long ago where there was 8 minutes left in the game, and FaZe had all the time in the world. It's a double kill for Neuronical here in the late game. 2 minutes left, and FaZe still only 1 flag away from losing the series.
2 kills go to Hive, 2 kills back in FaZe's favor. Good trades across the board from both teams, but it is going to be FaZe that come out on top towards the end as camo spawns the last one of the game. Surely FaZe are able to get this power up. The big question is, can they put it to use?
Let's see if they can convert. Like you said, Swish was your last player alive momentarily as the camo was popping. That should have been a clean grab off screen. We'll get a check on that in just a second. 140 left, and this would certainly be the time to do it.
What can Renegade give us? A couple of dynamo grenades in his back pocket. One goes to use, but he gets double teamed there, and that's great control from Hive. Last 2 players working very well together as they're able to at least keep the pressure off of their base for now. 1 minute and 20 on the clock. Camo in the hands of Royal 2, and as the flag gets thrown out into the courtyard, Royal 2 looks to do what Royal 2 does best, and that's slay.
Oh, 2 dead already. 2 dead already with Royal 2 here at the end of the camo, but he's top mid. He's going to now go for this touch. This should be at 3 dead. Swish is your last player alive on the other side.
Great job by Royal 2 to double back, understand that his team got the kills they need to get the space they need. Last player alive from Hive is going to be in the base of FaZe. Royal 2 wisely drops that flag, wisely plays his life, and because of it, they're able to get the kill, stay alive. He's going to slay a little bit more, but I like this route by Royal 2, patiently playing this, knowing that if they get kills, there's no way this return comes through, and this will be FaZe taking the lead. 3-2 here in game 4, 38 seconds left.
What a time to do it, and talk about the patience, just like you said, Wes, to bring that flag across, to leave it on the straight stairs, and to not panic. They didn't need to worry. They had all the pieces of the puzzle, and they connected. It's a killing spree on the way down for Royal 2 as well. 20 seconds left to defend the flag stand, still up by 1.
Turtling in the back of the base, not where you want to be on the side of Frosty and the rest of FaZe. Right now, you got a lot of Hive members in your base. They get a couple of kills. 3 go down. It's up to Royal 2 right now. Bottom middle trying to deny this flag from moving.
Wow.
He gets taken down, and multiple players from Hive are going to have this flag excavated towards their base right now across the dynamo grenades. SnakeBite coming off spawn can't really make a play, and right now this is going across the bridge. Andy, I see this game tied up shortly.
This flag should go right in here. They still have the man advantage as well. Huss is there.
God.
Oh no,
Renegade's
Renegade gets in for the emergency pull. Flag is out, both flags off the stand.
The pie chart's out. Nobody from Hive able to get towards the touch. Are they in the closet? No! They can't get there, and because of it, the game will end like that, 3-2. FaZe will push this series to a game 5, and Hive now on the brink of a reverse sweep.
Goosebumps. Oh my God. Talk about a breakdown. They used to be called the Avengers, but how about Renegade, the superhero there, just flies out of nowhere to pull that flag off the stand. A huge late play. Don't know how they let that one go.
Thoughts on the hesitation there?
I don't know. You got to bring that flag right in. They still had numbers.
Shield
SnakeBite was the
numbers,
only player alive on the straight stairs. You got to bring that flag in.
He's below you.
That is he's not getting up there.
No.
He's not getting up there. That flag has to go home. FaZe stays alive, and they force a game number 5. Wow.
Yeah. No head, you guys.
How you doing, Watt?
Fine. I'm absolutely fine. And with that, we're going to head to a quick break. And when we come back, we have some more main stage action for you guys. We do have Native White taking on G1. Very excited to see who goes forward and who's going to be left behind in the elimination bracket. We'll see you guys in a few.
This is the world's most advanced processor. In entertainment, its rendering speeds render other processors obsolete. It drives the future of autonomous driving, powers cloud services for billions, helps change the course of climate change, connects communities of gamers anytime, anywhere, and uses AI to accelerate disease detection and cures. We make the world's most advanced processors, but only with your vision can we advance the world. AMD, together we advance.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering purpose and belonging well earned. Fighting and winning for our nation and its people. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment is visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis. Always faithful. Always Marine.
Hello, Halo fans, and welcome back to the HCS DreamHack Dallas Global Invitational. Now, I did say at the beginning of the day that it was going to get very spicy in here. My goodness me. I'm honestly a psychic.
She says that.
I'm honestly a psychic, I really am, because obviously we just saw there at the end of our match, we went to Stream D, we saw FaZe and Hive, and they're now going to a Game 5, and it was extremely close. I mean, as in like pie charts on CTF Aquarius close,
Love the
incredibly
pie charts.
close.
Love it. Love it.
And now I've also been told that apparently Quadrant and Native Red are also in a Game 5.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's all happening today. It's all happening. Day 2 is fantastic, folks. Thank you so much for joining in with us. And we also have Shurs, the Shurs Meister on the desk. Clutch, of course, as per usual, my trusty analyst. And one exceptional day 2 it's already been. How's your heart rate going, mate?
It's not good. I think I was planning for a very cool and casual day 2, and teams and players have very different ideas.
Very cool casual.
Yeah.
Could have told you that wasn't going to happen.
Well, I wish you did.
I know. I wish I had told you backstage as well. But folks, actually, if you guys also want to support your favorite teams in all of these crazy series that they're about to go through this weekend, you can do right now in the Halo Infinite main shop. And just to let you know that all of these skins that you'll see, these 3 ones here, are rotating today. They are 20% off. You can pick them up right now. First ever time that we've had discounted team skins. We'll have a new 3 tomorrow. So if you do want to pick up Quadrant, Sentinels, and FaZe skins, you have to do so today.
Do it
this
today.
This is your final warning.
Do it
Go on,
today.
Shows. What do you think, mate?
I'm just going to say, don't use code Shurzy because you will be charged 10% extra.
That is very true. Yeah, don't use code Shurzy, okay? Use code 20% off. Make sure you get all of these skins. Absolutely gorgeous and discounted team skins as well. You guys also get bonus XP this weekend as well. So make sure that you're in game, finish that battle pass because Season 4 is obviously coming our way in a couple of weeks and you guys won't want to miss out on that bonus XP to get every exciting goodie in-game that you can get your hands on. But amazing stuff. Keep the tabs open. Make sure the action's up as well to motivate you through your Halo Infinite Battle Pass journey. But folks, we do have another game on the main stage. I'm excited to see these guys play. Obviously, we do have G1 going up against Native White. Both teams have been cooking, right? They have been doing really well. Hasn't quite gone to plan for both of them, but has come to the wire multiple times. I mean, G1 taking Optic to a Game 5. We've got Native White taking, I believe, FaZe to the wire as well. So, Shurzy, give me what's on your mind at the moment.
Well, this is a rematch from Charlotte when Native White beat them in a Game 5, and G1 ended up tumbling down. Every single time G1 seemed to put themselves in a position where they can get that top 4 seeding. That we're always waiting for the G1 that were promised, but the expectations and the realizations haven't always matched up 1-to-1. I think this is the moment for G1 to show us that they're here to play and for Native White to cause that upset again.
Yeah, indeed. I've got to say, upset potential is on the cards for both of these teams. Would you say that they're both very, very equally matched when it comes to, this series?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good series.
Yeah.
And the problem and the reason why I explicitly said, oh, my God, was this is for top 8.
Yeah,
Both these two teams have high expectations coming into this weekend. And as pool play kind of laid out, and G1 comes out 3rd in their pool, this is what it does to the bracket. These two are going to have to play each other for a top 8 placing, which in my opinion is insane. These guys should be playing for top 6 at the very least when they compete. But Native White having their hands full with what looked like a very strong G2 just having fallen short in 2 Game 5s, but also having the advantage, like you said, Shurs, because they beat them in Charlotte. So there's a lot going on here. And I can't believe that we're already getting this matchup in elimination round 1.
Getting it nice and early, and I think also Native White were playing pretty well. They went to Game 5 with FaZe, so they were on the cusp of an upset themselves. So I think they want to steady the ship here, beat G1 again, and get packing and get rolling.
Yeah, they certainly were indeed. Both of these teams have the potential to go the distance. I do feel like this will go the distance in this series. But again, this is the thing. It's funny that they're both playing for top 8 right now. But honestly, I'm not that surprised. I think we're going to be saying, oh my God, so many times today and tomorrow because of how incredible the competition is. This is the highest level of competition we have seen for the longest time in Halo. There really is no clear favorite, no clear winner at this point in time. It's about who turns up on the day and who's playing better Halo as a team. I really, quite frankly, believe that. But looking at G1, these guys I think have had a bit of a rough roller coaster, right? It's been a little bit touch and go, especially in the qualifiers, not getting the results that they wanted. And finally, it seems like things are starting to kind of place together and piece together. And I'm really excited about what this squad has to offer. When it comes to G1 shows, what are you looking out for the most?
Well, I think this is the team that they initially wanted. They're the team, this is the team that made that initial change. We had a triple trade during the season there was 2Ks and 4Ks going on. This is the team that caused that whole snowball, all the dominoes to fall. They said they're all friends. They want to all compete together. They want to have the best results possible. And I think they have all the ingredients that they need to start pushing some of the top teams.
We're actually quickly waiting for some stuff to get set up on stage, and I have been told we have a chance to jump back into that FaZe game and catch the end of this one as well. And oh my goodness, it is pretty damn close as well. FaZe leading the charge here, 39-32. But yeah, we've got a game on our hands, folks. And I've got to say, Hive do have the ability to climb back here. It's not too little, too late.
Still all the play for here, but Huss has to get cooking. He's a +3 at the moment, and work to be done. As FaZe have had a little bit of a wobble that we've already seen.
There's a guy below him on the stairs.
Optic Gaming have to, and that player does get the kill. Huss does trade it out, but 2 members of FaZe do come flooding forward and get a trade of their own.
Well done by FaZe. Roll 2 hiding bottom stairs, really threw off the Hive push there. It looked like FaZe was trapped in the back of Tram, but because Roll 2 is able to get that back smack and then force Hive to focus on him, they're able to break out of that what would have been trapped in Tram situation. And now FaZe, with a little bit of map control, extend this lead back to 7 and have space to play around as well.
Precision does have the stock rifle, so any damage he needs to put down has got to be set on the Rockets, because they're going to play a massive part in how the rest of this game plays out. Drop shield goes down for Renegade, playing up against 2 players at the moment, and teammates all around them. Precision will get Frosty. Does that mean they've also scooped up the Rockets? It looks as though they have.
It's a 5-kill game. You need trades on the side of FaZe. If you can get out of this situation, trading, that would be massive. They're able to get a couple of kills, and Renegade able to play his life, still finds himself a red gun. You know what he can do with that. Unfortunately, he gets taken down, and now all of a sudden, sure as it's a 4-kill game.
4 kills, SnakeBite, first player up off the spawn. Crouches, waits for his teammates to spawn up around him, and they're in the exact same position they were before, stuck at Tram. So much territory, so much possession of the map belongs to Hive at the moment.
I like how FaZe are playing this, though. They do have a couple players that have made their way out of Tram towards that downhill area. Frosty is going to anchor this Ivy position, but it's a matter of Hive being forced to feel the need to make a play. There's still plenty of time with 3 minutes left. You're waiting on the Bulldog shotgun to respawn before you push. If I'm Hive, which looks like it's going to be the case, but eventually that clock may become a factor with the slow play right now. 4 kills still in the lead for FaZe, so they're good to go, but they are going to have a difficult time once again getting out of Tram.
FaZe still over towards that downhill position. I like to call it Grenade Alley, because every time I go up there, I eat a grenade to the jaw.
Yep.
You see Huss, though, on Cafe, not taking orders for the moment. As a matter of fact, looking to close shop. Huss still patrolling pink, and you can see FaZe quite happy to keep this at a standstill.
You can see he collected the drop wall in the meantime. He's grabbing a shotgun as soon as it comes up, and now this is when the push is going to probably come through. Still plenty of time. You're still going to wait for the opening, but I like how Hive are playing this. They're collecting a ton of different sandbox items before figuring out the way they want to go about this successful push.
Drop wall will go down. Royal 2 and SnakeBite forced to back away. Rockets have popped up, but Renegade gets the first pick with the stock rifle. And here comes the charge. Sentinel Beam will fry 1. There's going to be a trade, though. 2 for 2. Make it 3. As Renegade flies with the stock rifle once more. Gets the shots to the spine of Precision. And now they're in big trouble. Huss got taken down. Huge double kill from Renegade.
1 more to go to stop the upset from happening. The reverse sweep. A very realistic potential, and it's going to be FaZe that survive here in our winners bracket. Hive gave them everything they could take, but FaZe will win this series 3-2.
Fantastic stuff from the FaZe boys. Again, resilience. I'm going to say that word about 1 billion times this weekend, no doubt. But resilience does pay off, and it's not over till it's over. And it's something I think FaZe have honestly cemented in their careers, is the fact that they can do it, even when it feels like they're totally out for the count, things aren't going their way. Don't ever doubt them.
Can I just say I feel for Hive, because they were playing that so well. They're getting the drop wall, they're allocating their sandbox items across the board. That you get a heat, or you get a microwave,
like Oprah Winfrey.
You get the Bulldog, you get the spike grenade,
you get a drop shield.
And then they're like, all right, so we're going to do a 2-split, throw the drop wall. Like, you could tell it was a very thought out, meticulous plan. And then all of a sudden you just get 3 by Renegade. The first player gets 3 by Renegade, and your plan gets thrown out the window.
And that is the power of Renegade, unfortunately. That's when, you know, you pick up these individuals for moments just like that one.
Sometimes,
take you over the line.
Sometimes skill beats strategy.
Yeah, I think you can see they split the allocation of the power weapons all across the team. You see the execution, it's time, and oh, sorry lads, I just got renegaded.